Romance is in the air. The time has come for flowers and gifts and expensive dinners and elaborate plans. But only if you're a woman. If you're a guy, is it time to go broke? Is it time to spend money to show how much you care or adore another person?
I love you, bitch.
No, I'm not talking about OnlyFans. It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a holiday to celebrate love, where for one day you put aside all your fights and problems and hatred for your partner to post a picture on Instagram to show the world that your relationship isn't broken and joyless. I don't really know anyone who actually enjoys celebrating Valentine's Day, or maybe I'm just surrounded by failed relationships and loveless marriages. And although it seems to be hated, people still go out of their way to celebrate it, maybe for the fear of the repercussions not doing anything would have, or because we've been programmed to treat it as an important occasion due to the heavy marketing and commercialization of the holiday, where it's made to seem as how much money you spend is directly proportional to the love you have for your partner, which, to be honest, is a brilliant marketing plan. Like, it's amazing they actually managed to pull this off. It's kind of like how Big Diamond made diamond engagement rings a standard and the size of a diamond proportional to, again, the love a guy has for his partner. Or how they made Mother's Day such a commercial holiday. They weren't able to pull it off for Father's Day though, huh? Why, you ask? Cause guys are terrible consumers. I know half of you watching haven't bought new underwear in the last 2 years and still wear the same shirt from high school. And you would wear your middle school clothes if they still fit you, don't lie to me. The only way to get us to buy anything is to target the women in our lives. So these companies target every type of relationship you can have with a woman. You got Mother's Day for the moms, anniversaries and engagements for your wives and fiancés, and Valentine's Day for your girlfriends. I just hope they don't start something new for sisters. My bank account can't handle it. But how did Valentine's Day start? How did it become such an important holiday? The true origins of Valentine's Day is actually pretty vague. There are a few theories. One such theory states that it had its origins in the Roman festival of Lupercalia, which was held in mid-February and celebrated the coming of spring, included fertility rites and pairing up women with men by lottery, which is pretty wild. And then Pope Gelasius I forbid the celebration of Lupercalia, probably because he got some ugly bitch in his draft pick. Lupercalia was then said to have been replaced by Saint Valentine's Day. Another common theory is that a priest named Valentine was martyred in 270 CE. Wait, what's CE? It's common era that just means 80 in a secular way. Okay. Anyway, it was martyred in 270 CE by the Emperor Claudius II Gothicus. Not gonna lie, these would make pretty hard hip-hop names. And according to legend, the priest signed a letter from your Valentine to his jailer's daughter whom he had befriended. Okay, now I see why they killed him. And that letter was supposedly the start of Valentine's Day. As far as origin stories go, this one's pretty weak. The third one is that Saint Valentine's defied the orders of the emperor and secretly married couples to spare the husbands from war. All these events happened way before Valentine's Day came to be celebrated as a day of romance, which was in the 14th century. Formal messages, or valentines, started appearing in the 1500s, and in the late 1700s commercially printed cards were used, and the first commercially printed Valentine's cards were available in the US by mid-1800s. You know what else happened in the mid-1700s? The Industrial Revolution, baby. These motherfuckers wasted no time capitalizing on that shit. It also did help that Shakespeare, the OG influencer, gave a shout out to Valentines when Ophelia called herself Hamlet's Valentine in the play Hamlet, which had started the craze in the 15th century originally and caused the holiday to be cemented as is today. Everyone and their mother in Europe jumped on board the hype train and started sending notes to their lovers. And with the introduction of the printing press during the Industrial Revolution, fancy Valentine's Day cards were available to everyone. But the cards alone weren't enough. As any financial advisor on YouTube will tell you, you need multiple revenue streams. Eventually, the holiday and tradition of sending cards made its way to the New World, which is essentially America. Richard Cadbury created the first heart-shaped box in 1861 and laid the foundation for the Cadbury Chocolate Company. The shape of the box must have blown the minds of these peasants who were only privy to cheap rectangles, because today, 36 million boxes are sold every year. The flowers came into the picture pretty naturally, as for years flowers signified fertility, love, and marriage. But some hipster called Charles II from Sweden decided that it wasn't complicated enough and introduced the Persian language of flowers, where each color of the flower had its own meaning. Because Charles wanted to have an entire nonverbal conversation with just a bouquet of flowers, instead of writing cards like a normal person. That's why you now have to Google, what do flowers' colors mean, before you pick out a bouquet, so you don't nonverbally call your girlfriend a fat cunt. Fuck you for just picking flowers because they're pretty. Let me give you a guide for the meanings of the colors of roses to help you out. A yellow rose is for friendship, peach is for appreciation, lavender for enchantment, and pink is for grace. White symbolizes purity, loyalty, and innocence, whereas red symbolizes romance, love, beauty, and courage. Also, a thornless red rose means love at first sight, And a red rose with 2 thorns cut off and the stem bent means reverse cowgirl. Anyway, all these years of the evolution of the holiday and all these origin stories with interesting history, only for it to get turned into what it is today, a cash grab. According to the stats, 52% of consumers plan on celebrating Valentine's Day and will spend an average of $193. Valentine's Day generated a revenue of around $24 billion in 2022, and that number is projected to be $26 billion this year. As per Forbes, 3 in 10 Americans in 2022 were banking on credit cards and going into debt to buy gifts and experiences. That's the dumbest thing I've heard. Like, bro, if you love your girl, make sure y'all don't go homeless. Be smarter this year. There's a recession coming. You can't be going into debt with these interest rates. Yeah, but she might get mad if I don't buy her expensive things. Bro, you're going into debt to buy flowers. I doubt she's with you because you're a baller. The market will have you believe that spending money is the only way, but a thoughtful gift or something handmade which you put effort into will be equally impressive and reflective of the love you have for her. And if she doesn't understand it and gets mad, you didn't want to be with someone like her in the first place. And most of the Valentine's Day marketing efforts are just plain bad. Like, how is anyone falling for this shit? I mean, look at this. This Valentine's Day. No ring? Give her wings. Buy 10, get 10 wings free. Who's taking their girlfriend to Hooters? Who is the target demographic? For Valentine's Day, nothing says I love you like affordable, reliable trash service. Nothing says I love you like affordable trash service. And he's proposing with a trash can. Give your lover the Valentine's Day gift of a lifetime. E-cigarette starter kit. Nothing shows love like trying to kill your partner sooner. If you had no idea what to get her for Valentine's Day, imagine how overwhelming arranging her funeral would be. Give her the perfect gift. Make pre-arrangements as a couple with the affordable funeral home. Choose from affordable funeral services or affordable cremations. Compassion is our passion. The fear of death. How romantic. And then there's this guy proposing with a Big Mac. This just looks like an ad approved by edgy 5th graders. Mother Nature please, the room is already paid. And that's a boomer joke about periods by Tampax. Fundies. The underwear built for 2. Not gonna lie, that's pretty fire. My point being, you wouldn't get manipulated by any of these ads. So why would you be persuaded to spend your life savings on the better ads? It's the same concept. It doesn't make it less dumb just because the ad was better.
Stop it. Get some help.
Don't get fooled by these companies that jump at every chance to empty your wallet. Do something else. Do something actually romantic. Like, cook your partner a meal. Pour a glass of wine. Dim the lights. Snuggle under a blanket. Set the mood. And watch my videos, goddamn.